have to start, we don't have to finish that paper. Okay? It would be. These are not that much long chapters. These are easy chapters. No, it's very easy. It's easy chapter. Okay. So when we say pathogens, what are pathogens? Disease causing organisms. Okay, there are four categories of pathogens. Uh, First one is the bacteria, then viruses. We are learning about the pathogens first of all. Okay, then third category is fungi, and the last category is the protozoan. Okay, these are the four categories of pathogens. Okay, do you have any question? Okay, can you give me some example of bacterial diseases, because this is important. Okay, cholera. That is the bacteria. So the disease is cholera. Okay. Any viral disease? Because cholera is the one name which is repeated in the past papers. Okay. 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 Huh? No, it's viral. Yes. Okay. What else is in your syllabus? AIDS, HIV. Yes. Okay. Give any disease of fungi. Fungi. Fungus. Okay. Simple. Wait. I'll let you know. Athlete's foot. Ringworms. Okay. Okay. Protozoans. Yes. Good. Malaria. Good. Amoebic dysentery. Okay. Let's talk about malaria first then. Okay. Let's talk about malaria first. Okay. Yes. So they need vector. So what is the causing agent of malaria? That is the vector. Vector is Anopheles mosquito. Okay. And what is the agent? What is the protozoan? What is the malarial causing agent? That thing that cause malaria? Plasmodium. This is the important thing that you must know. Plasmodium. Okay. And the vector is Anopheles mosquito. Okay. So the question is, how does it this vector carries the plasmodium and transfers the plasmodium? Okay. So first of all, the vector, it feeds on infected person. Okay. And takes the blood. If the blood contains the mosquito, that plasmodium, oh sorry, if the blood contains that plasmodium, that is transferred to the Anopheles female mosquito. Okay. And then it starts its reproduction. Okay, let's say in the stomach of the mosquito. Okay, and it produces copies. So the basic thing is the digestive system. Are you listening? Okay. So what will happen during the cycle when they're reproduced and then they're transferred to the red blood cells? Basically, the red blood cells are affected. They take control of red blood cell and they start to destroy the red blood cells. Okay, let's say it destroy red blood cell, and after like the infection of like 2 3 days, the person may become anemic. Okay, wait. If no, not in all cases, because in some cases when your body is not getting iron, in that is the deficiency, the anemia, deficiency of iron. Now here what's happening, the RBCs or red blood cells are destroyed by the malaria. Yes. So plasmodium actually attacks red blood cells. Okay. Okay. Now the cycle continues. If it takes, like if the mosquito sucks the blood, it again take it to the like its salivary gland, and further on into the liver for reproduction, and further into the like human, another healthy human. Okay, the cycle continues. Uh, which drug can be used for this one? How to control it? Okay, let's say how to control it. Let's say let's have a generic discussion. Okay. Okay, no stagnant water. Okay, what else can be done if stagnant water is there? What else can, okay, use insecticide. Yes. Okay, use insecticides, or we can spill oil on it to inhibit the reproduction. Okay, what else can be done? Okay, what can be done? The vaccine, medicine. Okay, we can take passive and active both. Okay, what is we'll discuss later what is passive and what is active. We'll discuss later in detail. Okay, so first of all, tell me what medicine can we take for this? It's given in your syllabus. What medicine can we take? Yes, penicillin. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, let's have a discussion on AIDS now. The next one is AIDS. It's caused by a virus, and the name of virus is human immunodeficiency virus, HIV. You should know the name HIV. Okay, what does it attack? It attacks the white blood cells. So there would be lesser immunity in the body, and it brings with it lots of other diseases. So it is called as syndrome. Actually, it is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Why it is called as syndrome and not a disease? Because it brings many other diseases with it. Okay, the person may suffer from like the diabetes. The person may suffer from the other diseases as well. Okay, like the respiratory diseases or the other one. Okay, how it is transmitted? Direct contact. Okay, transmission is through, wait. Direct contact means needles, shared needles. Okay, okay. Infant to the child, to the embryo. Okay. Transfusion, shared needles, body fluids, blood. Okay, so it can transfer in various way. How it can be controlled? there was one question in the past paper how it can be controlled. Okay. Dispose of used needles. Okay. Limited partners. Okay. Do not should be careful while transfusion of blood, right? Okay, let's talk about the, now we have discussed the protozoan, we have discussed the virus, let's discuss bacteria. The disease that is included in your syllabus is cholera. So which bacteria causes vibrio, sorry, V which should be capital, vibrio cholera. Okay. Okay, so how does it affect it? First of all, this bacteria produce toxin in the small intestine. Okay, first it attached to small intestine. Wait. It produces toxin. There is a whole process. Then this toxin, okay, okay, good. You have missed only one point, the release of chloride ions, which actually causes the water to move out. Okay, how to control it? As it is spread by water, so okay, water treatment should be there, right? There should be proper water treatment. It should be clean, boiled, and always covered. Okay, what if there is like water is coming from a water supply? If the water is not the underground water but coming from a supply, how should it be cleaned? Like a sewage water. How to clean it? Exactly. The chlorine is added to kill the germs. Okay. Then you must know about the hygiene. Like the food should be covered all the time, and flies shouldn't be there. Do not place the raw meat and the cooked meat with each other. They should be covered. Okay. Wear mask whatsoever. Okay. Now the waste disposal, how it should be disposed of. Okay. uh, there was no such question in the past paper, but it was part of your like book. So it will should be the trash should be covered, or it should be disposed of in a proper the burning areas. Okay. Okay, how to treat the this cholera? Antibiotics should be taken. So the name is tetracycline. Cycline. Yes, you should know. Use of ORS. What is ORS? Oral rehydration. Exactly. Solutions. Use of fiber. Okay. So this is how you can do, or clean, or drink clean water. Eat clean food. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the next thing, which is the um, what do we call it? Alcohol. Alcohol is also part of your syllabus. Okay. What is the effect of alcohol? First of all, it damages the livers and nervous system. Okay, let's talk about liver. Why liver? Because liver does the detoxification. The role of liver is liver detoxify alcohol. Okay, or any medicine or any drug. Okay, the liver function is to detoxify. So when you take in lots of medicine, like lots of drugs or medicines or alcohol, you are putting your liver under pressure. Okay, so the function of liver would be affected. So liver would be damaged. Are you getting my point? Okay. Liver detoxify everything. Detoxification mean that the harmful substance should be converted into less harmful substance. For example, if we say that urea is one of the product produced by this liver, right? And the urea is then released out of body to get rid of it. Okay, this is the function of liver. Now another function is the detoxification of alcohol. So basically there would be breakdown of alcohol into carbon dioxide and water. Okay, that's a natural process. Let me write it. Alcohol, because liver, if you take in, if someone takes in lots of alcohol, it means the liver would be under pressure. It cannot oxidize all the alcohol. Okay, too much alcohol cannot be detoxified. Okay, and this is called as intoxication. Like the drunk, we say that person is drunk. Okay, that is intoxication. When your liver is unable to oxidize it, unable to break it. Okay, now the second thing is the alcohol may lead to cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is basically when there are too many fat droplets in the liver, then it's cirrhosis. The liver is not working well, right? It's not producing bile to that extent. So emulsification is there. So there is like droplets of oils. Let me write cirrhosis. There would be oil droplets gathered together and it form a cirrhosis. Okay. Now how the brain can be damaged. Let's talk about the nervous system. Um, when we talk about nervous system, there are neurotransmitters in between the two neurons, right? Exactly, exactly. Yes. So the message is not conducted, the nerve impulse cannot travel. So the we say that nervous system do not respond. Okay. Next thing is it causes the vasodilation. The person may feel extreme heat, so there would be vasodilation. N- Dilation of blood vessels to release heat from the body. Okay. So the person may get red. For example, if the temperature is really high or you are standing in under the sun, so your face starts to turn red, right? Because your body has so much of heat and it has to get rid of it. In the same way, when a person takes in alcohol, there would be heat production in the body, so the person needs to get rid of that heat. Okay, so it will result in vasodilation. Okay, these are 3 4 cases that you need to discuss about the harmful effects of liver. Okay, next is smoking. Let's talk about smoking. So the very first compound that when we talk about smoking is the nicotine, right? What are the harmful effects of nicotine? It can increase the blood pressure, right? What is irregular heartbeat? increase the blood pressure, increase heartbeat. Okay, and it is very addictive. The person may become addicted to it. Okay, then there is another thing in the smoke, which is tar. Now tar is that black thing which starts together in the lungs, leading to lung cancer. Okay, the third thing is, because the person is smoking, there may be less oxygen inside the body, so it may produce carbon monoxide instead of carbon dioxide. Now we know very well that if carbon monoxide binds with hemoglobin, that is irreversible. Okay, and there would be permanent damage to the body. Okay, uh, what else can be there? I guess these three things are there in the smoking. Okay, then there are certain carcinogens. Let's talk about the carcinogens that can lead to cancers. Very first thing is the smoking. Smoking is one of the main reason of cancers. Then there are radiations, because radiations can bring about change in the cell, so there would be unlimited growth. Okay. Then another harmful effect of this one smoking is the production of or development of the pulmonary diseases. Okay, like COPD. COPD is basically chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Okay, so shall I write it? Chronic obstructive. Now, whenever there is a word obstructive, it means there is a hindrance, blocking of something. Okay, so the airway is basically blocked because the mucus got thickened and the oxygen cannot pass through it. Okay, there would be sticky mucus or thickened mucus. Yes, it's related to smoking. Okay, the next thing is emphysema. Emphysema is basically when the alveoli are damaged. Okay, it's a like damage on the micro basis, like on a very minute level, where the alveoli are damaged, so blood can sorry lungs cannot take in enough oxygen. There would be less exchange of oxygen, right? And it would result as breathlessness, because the less oxygen is taken in. Okay, then you must know about the bronchitis, the inflammation of the like respiratory tract. It's a common one. The person who do not smoke may also suffer from bronchitis, because they're also like taking in the smoke from like the person who's sitting with them, if a smoker is sitting with them. Okay, okay, I guess we are done with all the diseases. Okay, let's move to the last one topic, which is antibiotic or immunity. Let's talk about immunity. Okay, our body has natural immunity, so we include it into active immunity. Our body can develop the active immunity by two ways: either by direct contact with the pathogen, and number two, when we take in some vaccination. Now, what is that vaccination? G. They develop memory cells. Okay. Okay. So, what is the basic advantage of this one? The advantage is that there is development of memory cells. Now, what are memory cells? So that if there is any infection, the similar infection in the future, your body will produce the antibodies within no time. Okay. So during the first infection, what will happen? uh, your body will take almost 2 to 3 days to identify the antigen and then produce the antibody. Okay, this is the normal process. But if you encounter the same pathogen the second time, it won't take time. It would produce the same antibody in no time because it has memory cells. Okay, this is the advantage. Okay, let's uh, discuss the working of antibodies. This is very important, this topic, working of antibodies, or how do they work? How does your immunity work? Okay, so first of all, we have to write about the antigen. What are antigens? Antigens are specific proteins on the pathogens which can cause disease. Yes, are specific proteins on pathogens which can produce disease, okay, or infection. Not the whole organism can produce the infection, only a certain part of it. Okay. Number two, antigens are then recognized by the white blood cells, and those produces, wait, my battery is really low. Okay, are recognized by white blood cells, and white blood cells start to make the antibodies. Okay. Now it's not a single step process. It may take, like, it may make many uh, antibodies before the correct one, because it is now recognizing it is just arranging its amino acids. What are antibodies? Antibodies are proteins that is made by your body by the amino acids. So the antigens are recognized, and then your body put in the correct amino acids in the order, in the correct order, to make a certain antibody. Okay, then that antibody is complementary to the antigen. Okay, fourth point should be that antibody binds to the antigen and destroy it. Okay, how do is destroyed? Basically, there is a chemical reaction that antigen is broken down into very smaller pieces. Okay, those smaller pieces are then ingested by phagocytes. Okay, there would be clumping and they would be destroyed. And at the last, the memories, these antibodies are stored as memory cells. Okay, so there was a like 7 mark question in the past paper. Okay, so you need to write the points like this. Clear? Okay, let's move to the next point. Okay, we are done. Okay, passive, the vaccination, sorry. What is vaccination? The process is similar. Basically, the dead or attenuated means the half killed. Half killed germs are injected into the body. They are recognized by the white blood cells, and similar process will happen. The production of antibodies would be complementary. They start to then store as memory cells. Okay. Okay, now the passive immunity process is similar. I'm writing process is similar. Okay, passive immunity is the one which we take from other organisms. You were right, it took lots of time. Other organisms, like from baby, oh sorry, from mother to baby, or in some cases we take in direct antibodies from someone. When there was a breakdown of, oh yes, yes, okay. What you need to learn in this, let me tell you. How do these antibodies work? This is one of the most important question. Okay, the most important one. I'll send you this PDF. Don't worry. And the second thing which is important is the effect of this cholera. How this cholera affects your body. Okay, Vibrio cholera. This is the second important thing. And the third important thing is the name of some of the diseases. Okay, what is their disease, what is their pathogen? For example, cholera, it should be caused by the bacteria. Okay, if there is AIDS, it is caused by virus. You should know these names. Fourth thing is you should know the type of treatment available. For bacterial diseases, we use antibiotics. Okay, for viruses, we use antivirals. Like we cannot use antibiotics for AIDS. Similarly, we cannot use antivirus for cholera. Okay, there should be like differentiation of these things. These are the important things that you need to learn. Okay. Okay. The passive immunity is basically transferred from someone into your body. It's very short lived because there is no memory cell produced. This is a disadvantage. That as there is no production of memory cells, so they would be finished after working. Memory cells नहीं है ना, तो antibodies would be like finished after working. Passive immunity. Yes. Can you give me 2 minutes? Okay. So this is all about this chapter. Okay. Okay. So since we have only 15 minutes, let's start the paper.